Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple key initiatives for cooperative sector in New Delhi this morning. Prime Minister to also dedicate to the nation Stage-I of NTPC's 1,600 megawatt Lara super thermal power project in Raigarh district of Chhattisgarh today. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri says by 2025, entire country will have petrol pumps selling 20% ethanol-blended petrol. Centre invites leaders of Ladakh to discuss the demands presented to Union Home Ministry earlier. India and US hold bilateral Consular Dialogue in New Delhi, discuss ways to enhance cooperation on various issues. And in cricket, Mumbai Indians beat Delhi Capitals by 4 wickets in the Women's Premier League in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of multiple key initiatives for the cooperative sector at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi this morning. Mr. Modi will inaugurate the pilot project of the world's largest grain storage plan in cooperative sector, which has been done in 11 primary agricultural credit societies, PSCS of 11 states. He will also lay the foundation stone for additional 500 PSCS across the country for construction of godowns and other agri-infrastructure under this initiative. This initiative aims to seamlessly integrate PSCS godowns with the food grain supply chain, fortifying food security and fostering economic development in the country with a collaborative effort supported by NABARD and spearheaded by the National Cooperative Development Corporation, NCDC. The Prime Minister will inaugurate project for computerization in 18,000 PSCS across the country, aligning with the government's vision of Sehkar Se Samriddhi, aimed at rejuvenating the cooperative sector and empowering small and marginal farmers. Prime Minister will also dedicate to the nation the Phase 1 of NTPC's 1,600 megawatt Lara super thermal power station and will lay the foundation stone of Phase 2 of the power project at Raigarh in Chhattisgarh today through video conferencing. He will also virtually inaugurate 3 major first-mile connectivity projects of South Eastern Coalfields Limited, SECL, in Chhattisgarh today. We have more from a correspondent.
NTPC's power station will ensure round-the-clock low-cost power supply. This project will play an important role in improving the power scenario in about 7 states including Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. The 3 major first-mile connectivity projects of SECL will not only protect the environment but will also increase operational efficiency by reducing rake loading time to less than 1 hour. Besides, the Prime Minister will also dedicate to the nation the Bilaspur-Uslapur rail flyover and the 50 megawatt railway solar plant in Bhilai in Chhattisgarh. Prime Minister Shri Modi will also interact virtually with more than 5 lakh beneficiaries in Chhattisgarh today under the Viksit Bharat Viksit Chhattisgarh program. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri has said that the entire country will have petrol pumps selling 20% ethanol-blended petrol, E20 petrol, by 2025. Referring to the outstanding journey of ethanol blending in the country, he said that in case of ethanol blending in petrol and diesel, the government has set a target of 20% blending by 2030, but it has been advanced by 5 years to 2025. The minister said that the first E20 outlet was opened on February 8 this year, ahead of the targeted April launch. As of now, the number has crossed 600 and will cover the entire country by 2025. The 10% ethanol blending in petrol target was achieved in June 2022, much ahead of its target. Puri added, he also said that the country has diversified the import basket from 27 countries in 2006-07 to 39 in 2023, with the increasing sourcing of crude from Russia and other non-Gulf markets. The minister also mentioned the efforts of the government towards building an enabling ecosystem for emerging technologies such as battery energy storage systems, green hydrogen electrolyzers, e-mobility, and waste to energy through manufacturing incentives and innovative financing policies. The centre has extended an invitation to the leaders of Ladakh to discuss the demands presented to the Union Home Ministry earlier. These demands include the extension of the 6th schedule of the Constitution to Ladakh statehood and additional parliamentary seat and the establishment of a public service commission exclusively for Ladakh. The first round of discussions will be held today in Delhi with the newly formed 9-member subcommittee. The subcommittee was established during a meeting chaired by the Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Rai on the 19th of this month to assess Ladakh's demands. Comprising 3 members from the apex body Leh, 3 from Kargil Democratic Alliance, 2 officials from the Home Ministry, and an advisor to the Lieutenant Governor, the subcommittee represents people of Ladakh to discuss several issues. Today's meeting marks the second official dialogue between the Union Home Ministry and Ladakhi leaders following a previous session with the high-powered committee last week. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur has said that the train from Una to Saharanpur will now run till Haridwar so that passengers can get better transportation facilities. He said it has been approved by the Railway Minister Ashwani Vaishnav.
हिमाचल प्रदेश की लंबे समय से मांग थी कि ऊना से हरिद्वार के लिए ट्रेन चले और मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि देवभूमि से अब हरिद्वार के लिए ट्रेन की हरी झंडी मिल गई है। केंद्रीय रेल मंत्री ने मुझे पत्र लिखकर कहा और फोन करके भी बताया कि ऊना से हरिद्वार के लिए ट्रेन चला दी जाएगी। जो MEMU है हमारी पहले ऊना से सहारनपुर चलती थी, अब उसको हरिद्वार तक एक्सटेंड किया जाएगा। एक बड़ी सौगात है। जिन लोगों को बसों से अपनी प्राइवेट गाड़ियों से जाना पड़ता था, अब उनको एक ट्रेन मिल जाएगी ताकि हरिद्वार का रास्ता आसान हो जाए।
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. India and US have discussed ways of enhancing cooperation on a wide range of issues such as extradition, mobility of students and professionals, safe and legal migration, protection of vulnerable women and children, and enabling smooth travel of the respective nationals. The 11th bilateral Consular Dialogue between India and the US took place in New Delhi yesterday. The Indian delegation, led by Joint Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs, Dr. K.J. Srinivasa, hosted the US delegation, led by Assistant Secretary in Bureau of Consular Affairs, US Department of State Ambassador Reena Bitta. The dialogue reinforced the strong people-to-people ties and cooperation that both countries share across consular issues of mutual interest. Both sides welcomed the launch of a pilot in the US to adjudicate domestic renewals of certain categories of visas as proactive steps towards strengthening robust connections between people of the two countries. Both sides agreed to hold the next consular dialogue in the US next year. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has asserted that India will be bigger in the coming decades and Bharat will matter. Speaking at the Raisina Young Fellows Alum Dinner in Delhi last night, the minister said India started to create practices and examples for the rest of the world. He said huge transformation has taken place in India's society, polity and approach to the world. Dr. Jaishankar highlighted that the thought processes that are driving India today are more authentic and rooted in culture, tradition and heritage. Stating that India remembers its heritage, the minister gave the example of the Gulf region and its age-old ties with India. Replying to a question on climate foreign policy, the External Affairs Minister said, India has come up with ideas, solutions and initiatives and cited the example of International Solar Alliance. Dr. Jaishankar added that India has evolved in a direction that is sensitive to climate change. India's largest defence equipment exhibition, Defence Expo, has been organised from today by the Industries Department of the Maharashtra government at the International Exhibition and Convention Centre at Moshi, near Pune. The exhibition will be inaugurated in the presence of Union Minister of State for Defence Ajay Bhatt and Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde. We have more from a correspondent.
This exhibition has been organized for the next 3 days with the aim that under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana, the latest weapons required for the defense forces should be manufactured in the country, and at the same time, some other small and large industries near Pune should participate in this production process. More than 1,200 small companies producing arms as well as other materials related to the defense sector will present their capabilities in the expo. Along with them, weapons like indigenously made tanks and other protective vehicles, missiles, air force, helicopters, rocket launchers, ammunition are also going to be displayed in this exhibition. For Akashvani News, Manoj Kshirosagar, Pune.
The Reserve Bank of India has permitted authorized bank and non-bank prepaid payment instruments (PPIs) to issue PPIs for making payments across various public transport systems. In a notification issued yesterday, RBI said it is updating the master direction in this regard. It said the measure is expected to provide convenience, speed, affordability, and safety of digital modes of payment to commuters for transit services. International Mother Language Day exhibition in New Delhi is showcasing the global symphony of languages. The exhibition, organized under the aegis of Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts (IGNCA), is based on the theme of Aksar, Shabd and Bhasha. Inaugurated on Wednesday, the exhibition is slated till the 29th of this month in the exhibition halls at IGNCA. It is a celebration of the linguistic diversity of India and exploring the richness of languages, scripts and words that define Indian cultural heritage. Aimed at bringing forth the importance of mother languages and the need to preserve endangered languages, the exhibition features 22 quotes in the 22 scheduled languages of India. The second edition of the Women's Premier League (WPL) began yesterday. In the inaugural match, reigning champions Mumbai Indians defeated Delhi Capitals by 4 wickets at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Chasing 172 for victory, Mumbai Indians overhauled the target in the last ball of the match with 4 wickets in hand. Earlier put into bat, Delhi Capitals scored 171 for 5 in the stipulated 20 overs. Harmanpreet scored 55 of just 34 balls for Mumbai Indians, while Alice Capsey contributed 75 of 53 balls for Delhi Capitals. Mumbai's keeper Harmanpreet was adjudged player of the match. Today, Royal Challengers Bangalore will lock horns with UP Warriors at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. IST. England will resume the first innings against India with 302 for 7 on the second day today in the 4th test at the JSCA Stadium in Ranchi. Root on 106 and Oli Robinson on 31 were at the crease when stumps were drawn last evening. Earlier, England captain Ben Stokes won the toss and chose to bat first. For the host, Akash Deep took 3 wickets while Mohammad Siraj got 2. India currently lead the 5-match series 2-1. In the men's FIH Hockey Pro League, India will take on Australia at the Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela, Odisha tonight. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. Currently, the Indian men's team stands 4th in the points table, while Australia stands 2nd. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Anita Anand.
Thank you, Abhishek. Modi envisions India in his third term, leads the pioneer in 400 seats push. Modi sets 80 out of 80 target for Uttar Pradesh, says Hindustan Times. Then and now, farmers want their voice to reach Delhi, reports Business Standard. The Asian aide quoting the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar as saying China plays the mind games, but we will push back. Lok Sabha election schedule likely to be out on 13 to 14 March, speculates the Statesman. US back on moon after 52 years, this time on private rocket Atlanta, notes the Times of India. And finally, Akash Deep's long journey to dream debut, like bumpy road in my village, reports Financial Express about the Bengal cricket pacer who recently made his test debut for India. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Anita. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple key initiatives for cooperative sector in New Delhi this morning. Prime Minister to also dedicate to the nation Stage-I of NTPC's 1,600 megawatt Lara super thermal power project in Raigarh district of Chhattisgarh today. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri says by 2025, entire country will have petrol pumps selling 20% ethanol-blended petrol. Sent invites leaders of Ladakh to discuss the demands presented to Union Home Ministry earlier. India and US hold bilateral Consular Dialogue in New Delhi, discuss ways to enhance cooperation on various issues. And in cricket, Mumbai Indians beat Delhi Capitals by 4 wickets in the Women's Premier League in Bengaluru. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.
आकाशवाणी से पेश है खबरनामा।